When someone seems to criticize you or blame you, how often do you respond in the way that you'd like to? Most of us don't. We have one of three types of responses. We withdraw, we get defensive, or we blame and attack the other person back. And all three of these types of responses have problems. It might be appropriate to withdraw if you're with just a stranger or something like that and you're never going to see them again. But if you're withdrawing in a situation with someone that you have any sort of relationship with, that's going to cause a problem in your relationship. Being defensive. Your defensiveness will tend to stimulate their defensiveness. Of course, if you attack back, that will even stimulate them more. It'll be like two dogs fighting. So how can we see this and how can we respond in a different way? First step is to recognize that if someone criticizes you or blames you, it's very important to get that it's really not about you. Yes, you may have done something to stimulate them to speak the way that they spoke, but it's really not about you, you know? You're still the same person that you always were. And only if maybe you're already criticizing yourself will their criticism have any tendency to have any power with you. So if you can really get that it's not about you, that's the first step in not responding in a way that you're going to regret. There's some other ways you can respond. You can respond with curiosity. You can say, oh, please tell me more about that. I want to make sure I understand what you're trying to say to me. Or you can respond with partnership. You just say, oh, it seems like I've done something. Is there something I've done to upset you? I'd like to find out what it is and see if we can find a way where we can both be happy here. Or you can, but most importantly, to respond with listening. Like really try to listen to what's going on with the other person to get a sense of where they're coming from or what they're trying to say, and just work it out together as if there's nothing to be defensive about. Sometimes, what happens though when you respond back? Like let's imagine you feel insulted, you know. So your tendency is to respond back or get angry back, and then you end up having, you know, defense stimulates defense or attack stimulates attack, and you just have like two dogs fighting. Have you ever seen two dogs fighting? And did you ever ask yourself, which is the good dog and which is the bad dog? Well, I want to suggest it's not too much difference with when we humans fight with each other. I mean, I think I'm right, you think you're right, you know, and it just goes higher and higher in terms of escalation, and the results are not what we want to see or what we'd like to have. So another thing when you feel criticized, a quick thing you can do is just take a deep breath. Don't respond right away, you know. As they say, count to 10. Finally, if you have a habit, say, to get upset with others or respond back with anger, there's a pretty easy, fun way to break this habit. You can go to the people that you typically get upset with, and you can say and ask for a partnership. Hey, tell them, I want to break this habit. You know, I don't want to have this pattern with you anymore. So I want your partnership so that I'm going to try to catch myself. And if I catch myself like I'm actually expressing out some anger or upset with you, I'm going to immediately pay you, say, $1, you know, and apologize and change my behavior. Now, if I don't catch it, if you catch it first before I do, I want you to wink at me. And when I see your wink, I agree that I'll stop my behavior immediately and I'll pay you $1. If you set up this partnership with people, I think you'll find that it's pretty quick in terms of breaking the habit of responding in anger and upset with people. So try this out. You'll like it.